Okay, let's just pause that. Welcome to this live stream, people. Let me just put it back to Microsoft Flight Sim and unpause that. Now, do let me know, in terms of noise levels and volumes. Welcome to this new live stream. This is the Choppertastic flying around in helicopters. Very few live streams scare the living daylights out of me. This one does. Not a master in helicopters. Let me just unmute the Discord. We've got a good number of people. We are live on YouTube, chaps. Please keep your language clean and do not swear. So, I've just been explaining to the people at home, very few live streams scare me. And this one does. Thankfully, I'm not hosting it. Wombleway Dave came up with this. So, without further ado, I'm going to pass over to Dave and he can explain our flight routes and flight plan. Off you go, Dave.
So, I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. So I've based it in the south of England because it's relatively flat. It gets progressively harder as the flight goes on, or at least that's the plan. But yeah, I've tried to keep it simple because I know not everybody's up to speed with helicopters, so fingers crossed we all have a laugh and enjoy ourselves.
Fantastic. And before we set off, do people want to introduce themselves? If you would like, we can start at the top. Susie, it's going to be you first.
Okay, hello, this is my second stream and I'm looking forward to crashing my helicopter.
We all are. Big Hugh's muted, that's okay. Blue Boy?
I'm here, yep, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Hello to everyone. Thank you for taking part. Brilliant.
Fantastic. Brenz, are you? Yeah, you are.
Hey guys, how you doing? I don't know push to talk, so I'll just stay on mute. But yeah, second stream, and let's have some.
And Captain Bill. Welcome back, Curious P.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me here again, and thanks for doing this.
That's great. Dan Lance.
Dan, as you might have guessed, from sunny Yorkshire towards the north of England.
Fantastic. I'm James Huddison, of course. South coast of England. Very, very hot day, but loving it. Giuliano.
Yes, Giuliano here, Ag Area 10. It's about 90 here from Mississippi. Getting ready to crash also.
Fantastic. Moose P.
Yeah, I'm here in New England, Connecticut, where it's 50 degrees and overcast, like real England would be, I guess.
50 degrees. Oh, and we think it's bad. Ninja.
Lucky.
Ninja. I'm from Manchester area, north of England. My name's Chris.
Fantastic. Red Ruff.
Hi, I'm here from Austin, Texas, in the U.S. I've been practicing, and it's been really ugly.
Right. You might need to turn your volume up a wee bit there. Your input volume up, Red Ruff. We just about heard you there.
A lot more.
Rosson.
Hello, I'm Sean from the Midlands, UK. Enjoying it. Hopefully I won't crash the helicopter.
And Sarge.
Sarge here from Ohio. I'm excited about crashing today. It's gonna be fun.
We all are. Soapy.
Soapy David Watson from Portsmouth. In case you're wondering, what's all Watsons in the Royal Navy are called Soapy.
Wonder why. Squawker.
Hi, it's Peter from London. Hopefully using this flight to get me home.
Tango.
Tango, Theo from the Netherlands. Really looking forward to yet another flight with you guys. It's gonna be fun.
Tony. Tony Dark.
Hello there, Tony from East Yorkshire, England. Hello.
Wingman.
Hello, Wingman from Missouri in the United States. Glad to be here with you guys. Hope I don't crash.
There's quite a lot of us. And down to Dave, Wombleway.
And last but not least, I'm Dave, based in the south of England, where this flight's taking place. And if I do crash, it'll only to make everybody else feel better.
All right, that's real social.
Just before we set off, just a few people in the chat there. Good
excuses in there, yeah.
Good afternoon, all from Joseph Jolly. GA Ben, wait a minute, bud. Okay, well, wait a minute. Tintin, hello. And Pilot, great YouTuber in himself there, Pilot0083. Happy flying, everyone. Glad to see new people coming together, always for the love of flight. And happy group flight, Huddison. Thanks, Pilot. Hope to see you soon in one.
James, you got a minute?
Yes.
You're showing up as a Piper.
I'm in a Cadbury.
So you got the default skin.
Yeah, well, there's only one skin for the Cadbury. Oh dear. Well...
You better leave, James. Bye.
At least on my stream it's showing up as a Cadbury.
Someone else is in the Piper as well.
Yeah, big Roadmans.
I guess it's just an oddity of helicopters, I'm afraid. We're going to have to put up with it. But I am in a Cadbury, honest. Right, my friend David, over to you, my friend.
Okay, everybody.
So, currently at Bristol, we're going to head down to Huddison, which is heading around about 172, 173 degrees. So, ready whenever anyone else is.
Nope.
Let's do it.
Ready to go.
Okay, I don't have a flight plan, so I'm going to follow one of you chaps here.
Yeah, you're not the only one. I put my flight plan in and then had to do something and it disappeared again, so I just follow.
My plan was first heading is like 85, something like that.
No, 180, I think.
All right.
173 is what I've got down. But...
Yeah, roughly.
Weird.
175-ish.
So probably...
If you're in the G2, you can put the map on with the route if you got it.
Yeah, 175, my apologies.
Probably a lot of you realise, but if you put the heads up in the cockpits on, that does help. It gives you your trim and goodness knows what. In fact...
Serious audio problems.
Oh dear.
Again.
Audio problems as well.
Yeah, too much choppers. Yes.
Bear with me guys at home, I'm just having to change my profile in my flight stick. Make sure I've got the right one set up.
Reminds me of the DC3 thing.
That's what I'm going to have to do as well.
Yeah, Tango, yep, I'm exactly the same. Yep.
Crackling.
Yep.
Yeah. Confirm.
It does happen in helicopters, I'm afraid. I can hear it now myself.
I had it on and off at the airfield. As soon as you get away from the other choppers, it would fix it, but now nothing.
It happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
I forget what helicopter flight was on, it's exactly the same.
It was Mark's, I think, yeah. Mark had it.
That's right, yeah.
Ah, well, we should be okay. It's not too bad in the
At least I can
cockpit.
see the blades.
But, you know, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
See choppers and the blades are turning, so that's an improvement at least.
Yeah, please do, Pilot. Come and join us very soon. Pilot's saying there he's got a team who wants to come and join us. That'll be fantastic. TPHI in the chat there. Hello, everyone. Just watching this one, as he's got a horror of flying helicopters. Or he's horrible at flying helicopters.
Aren't we all?
If you want to see how not to fly a helicopter, watch me.
Yeah, watch me.
And me.
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus.
Oh, I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus, and so is my wife.
Are you all looking in the wrong direction?
Yes?
Yes,
I
they
don't know,
are.
I'm following Super, he thinks that where he's going. Anybody got a map?
I'm following the white line on the map, which I'm at a heading of...
Heading 175.
175-ish.
75.
I've got on the head up despite it says 173, but I think we've got a little bit of wind from me. east because I
Hey,
think it's
Heli.
correct
Chris is
crossing.
on south point on your compass.
My helicopter sounds like a lawnmower. Yeah.
I'm flying at an altitude of 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and 700 feet, roughly.
At the same time. Oh,
Wow.
Dan Lance is slow and fast.
Yeah.
Follow him there. He knows where he's going.
Well, if I put my route in that is, but you know.
Susie, how you doing?
Still in the air. I'm not too bad.
Alright,
Yeah.
so far,
Yeah.
so good, eh?
Look fucking big.
I'm sure it's 16 miles off first waypoint, so.
Following you, Dan.
Where's Tuesday tonight?
Chumsy's got internet problems, unfortunately, so he won't be joining us. You never know, it might clear up just in time for him to join us on one of the legs.
Oh, good.
Are we landing at the first waypoint?
We'll land here.
I'm sorry, you say we will land here?
A little bit.
We hope.
We will make contact with the ground somehow.
Helicopter is a landing.
The flying's not the problem. The landing is.
Spinny bit pointed upwards, that would help.
Does it matter how many times you make contact with the ground? I mean, like, I'm talking once, twice, maybe 3 times?
As long as you can use the chopper again, it's a good landing.
There's nothing wrong with that, Dave. If you actually crash upside down, the spinny thing is above you.
Crash on spinning, yeah.
Can we have another reference point, please?
Oh yeah, never use the ejection seat.
Blue side up.
Blue side up, yeah. That's good.
Soapy might possibly be able to tell us a bit more about where we're heading to. So the first stop's Yeovilton.
Ah, Yeovilton.
Yeah. So that's the air base of the Royal Navy. Used to be HMS Heron, or might still be HMS Heron.
Yeah.
It's one of 2 naval air bases, the other one being Culdrose. It's home to Wildcats, Merlins, and the land was originally owned by the Church of England, but was commandeered by the Admiralty in 1939. And the runways completed in 1941. Don't know when the rest of it was completed, but I think the runways were in place before anything else.
Wow.
Nothing to add.
I think I might have dropped something off in the chimney there as I went past. Did rather close.
Yeah, I'm right behind you. It was close. Watch for the pylon.
There is a comfort break later.
I'm not just supposed to aim out the window, but
Spotted a bridge, but nah, that's way too low.
Nine and a half miles, I'm saying.
So it's EGDY, isn't it, Dave? First stop?
Golf Delta Yankee, that's the one, yep.
Sound like I'm listening to Airwolf on a you know, a 1970s radio.
Gotta say, the further I get away from the pack, the less crackling I have.
Yeah, I'm not getting any at all here.
Just a little bit.
Nigel in the chat there, just getting into Microsoft Flight Sim, so I've just bought the Helipad T Flight 1 to get started, but helicopters look really difficult to fly. The Helipad 1 is a great stick for helicopters, I find.
Yeah, using it now.
Yeah. So,
Same here, I've got the Huddison one as well, and I've just configured it and it seems to be okay.
No, you have to configure it for choppers. I mean, otherwise you will get all sorts of problems.
Yeah. But it's got a good rudder system
mainly
for
deleting
choppers.
all the old things that were put in there for, well, normal planes, you know?
Yeah, I'm using the
Like trim and flaps, and you gotta remove all those settings and make them exclusively for helicopters, and you have no problems at all.
Yeah, put things like longitudinal, was it longitudinal rotor trim, that type of thing?
And lateral.
Did you do a
Lateral.
video about that, Huddison?
Sorry, did someone ask me a question there?
Yeah, I think you did a video about that.
I did do a video about that, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was
a
very
while
helpful.
back.
Yep.
Hey Susie, what do you use for your diagram on the Helipad?
It's just my A and B button, just similar to what was on the video with Huddison.
Yeah, okay.
I've mapped all the trim to the hat switch.
Oh, that's handy.
It does mean that I can't look around freight cam.
Oh, that's less handy.
Well, the way I've done it is my B1, B2 is my down trim, up trim. The spray button is to get me back to normal, and my hat switch is quick view, which I find very handy if I'm looking for somewhere to land.
I don't know. Well, if it works for you, it's good, you know. It's,
you know, everybody's different, I think. You know.
Yeah, it's what you get used to as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm using the trim wheel on the Velocity 1 flight stick. That's pretty good, and I also use the click underneath the trim wheel to reset the trim when I'm coming into land.
Interesting. I'm using the Velocity 1 flight stick.
idea, yeah.
Interesting. I'm not using a trim wheel. I'm using buttons for trim, but
Right.
sounds good.
It's okay. The only problem is when you get a little bit when you get a little bit excited, as one tends to.
Why? What are you doing?
Well, you click the reset trim at the wrong time,
Ah.
which is very exciting because it heads
Flies
to the
up and
sky.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what you're talking about.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's very exciting to have such a powerful joystick in your hand, isn't it, Soapy?
Yeah.
I experienced with.
Just to clarify, James, the reason that people in the Navy called Soapy is because there was a ship chandler in Portsmouth whose main product was hardtack soap that he sold to the Admiralty, and so all Watsons henceforth were called Soapy.
Soapies.
Ah.
Hey David.
Yeah.
David. My mom was asking me why you're called Soapy.
Well, tell her.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
can tell her now.
Yeah.
You can tell it's got nothing to do with a barrel with a hole in.
You never heard of Soapy the Sailor?
Yeah.
I didn't know myself. So. That's interesting, yeah.
It looks like Tango's going in for a landing. Are you landing, Tango?
I'm lost.
Well, got the runway inside.
Nice.
The first one, we try and
fallen behind.
let's see if we manage to land on the wrong.
Lost.
You can cruise it like 120.
Landing on the grass then.
That's the problem with choppers. Too much choice where to land.
Yeah, too much choice.
Okay, I think Tango, you might be in the wrong place there.
Wrong place as well. I'm lost.
Just where I am, if you can see me in Danlands. So here goes nothing up. This is the difficult part, isn't it?
I overflew it.
Easy to do.
So for viewers at home, I'm just keeping an eye on my trim at the bottom right there so I can see if I get that back to 0, I should be in good stead.
So I'm somewhere near runway 22. So, which is what it says. That's what it says in the briefing there. Just turn around. So
We can get as close to runway 22 as we can, just to see how we get on.
Yeah.
Doing on the numbers.
There's one later on where we'll have to be pretty precise. So.
Oh dear. That's going to be fun with 22 of us.
Yeah.
The sound there is going to be great, isn't it? When you've literally got 20 odd of us all in a on a helipad. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
It's going okay so far, I'm surprised.
I can fix that.
It's early days yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the closer I get to you guys, the more the crackling starts.
That's the best I can do, guys. Oh, bang. There we go.
Come on.
Sure, try flying with the gamepad, but it's way too difficult. Gamepad, oh yeah, I can imagine. Wouldn't fancy the gamepad. Is any, what are people using as controls? I'm using the Velocity 1 flight stick, and I think, Soapy, are you using that?
Correct, yeah.
What are other people using?
Wingman using Velocity 1.
Otis.
Using Huddison.
Thrustmaster, Airbus.
Thrustmaster T1600 Huddison.
Nice.
Huddison Thrustmaster.
Just one.
Yeah. Hey Dan, you're using the Huddison one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I fly the yoke normally, but I'm not going to try flying helicopters with the yoke.
Okay, yeah.
I'm also using the HS1 at the moment, but I actually haven't watched any of the videos, so I don't know how all this should work, so I might just be a little bit behind.
I'm way behind as usual, so don't worry.
They're beside me, who's that? Say again.
People are still coming in, I think. Yeah, people are still coming in, so we'll just go and watch them.
Got some a couple of wallabies landing.
Oof.
It didn't hurt a bit.
It hurted watching it.
So we got Lucky B coming in. I wonder what the B stands for there. It's been a few of the flights. Ninja coming in, Blue Boy.
That's entrapment, James.
Way behind at the moment, please. I'll be waiting a good 10 minutes.
Wow. That'll be good. Good fast landing here from Lucky 864. 86.
I think Tango 3 was beside me. I'm not sure. I'm well left. Sorry, guys.
Is that everybody? Ninja, have you landed?
No, no, I'm way behind you.
Oh, okay.
I had lift-off troubles, and then for some reason my controller wasn't working. So.
Oh dear. Duros, nice landing. You're not talking about my landings, surely. Looks like you're coming down there, Ninja. So I think...
On one side, I think. I'm not sure how that...
I think, Dave, we can carry on to the next waypoint there.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've got a very short hop now. So around about 188 degrees, I think. 180, 188 thereabouts. And we're heading to the place that Yeovilton gets its name from originally, which is Yeovil.
Oh.
Yay.
Well, ready hovering.
Yeah, I can see Alan UK there, isn't he? It looks like he's in a Piper, but I can see it's a Cadbury on the... But it looks like a sort of default aircraft. Very strange. Has anybody been having altimeter issues recently with the sim?
Yeah, keeping it still.
I mean, having to reset it. I'm having to constantly reset it with every flight now.
No, I haven't had that.
I can see you all lifting off. Still 7 kilometres behind you.
7? Oh, we didn't realise. I thought you were closer than that, Ninja.
No, no.
Hey guys.
It's quite an amusing sight actually, all these little white lights pushing away like those lightning bugs, whatever they're called. It's running away.
Hi there.
Hi.
Late to the party. I was wondering where you are, guys.
We've just left EGDY. Echo Golf Delta Yankee.
We're about to get to EGHG there.
What part of the country is that?
Somerset.
Somerset.
Where the cider apples grow.
Oh,
Oh, are you?
the old cider.
The cider country.
It is.
I love my cider.
Yeah, shoot straw and drink cider.
Wow, I saw Huddison's landing after a couple of ciders. Oof.
Hey, it was okay, yes, gee.
Yeah, mate, you own that airport. You can land however way you want.
So Dave, is this Yeovil we're flying over now then?
Yeovil, yeah. The airfield that we're landing at, Echo Golf Hotel Golf, is actually owned by Westland, the helicopter company, who are based in Yeovil. It's now Augusta Westland, founded in 1915, constructing seaplanes. They originally shipped out in crates, but they realised that that was a really inefficient way of doing things. So they bought up some land, made a sort of makeshift runway. You can see it's still a grass runway, so nothing fancy here. And then started flying them out wherever they needed to go to.
Interesting. I was right next to town,
You
isn't
from
it?
that way, Dave?
Yeah.
My family currently live in Yeovil. I'm from Dorset, so yeah, we're heading down to my neck of the woods. Yeah.
Oh, Dorset is beautiful wherever you go, and the rain in the summertime makes the words of bush grow. And often...
Keep it up.
etc. And there's nothing like your true love on an emerald butt and near the sweet nightingale. Now Sarah's my sweetheart, and I love her so. She's as big as an haystack and 40 years old. And sometimes do laugh at I, and oft times do scoff, 'cause I have to leave a chalk mark to show where I left off.
Fantastic. Well done.
More later, perhaps.
Decent, bro. What is that, a shanty or something? Or
No, that's from, and in fact that was the Yetis, which were a folk group. Used to sing those sorts of songs. They were from Somerset.
oh, Bucker.
From Yeovil, and the football team's named after him as well. People from Yeovil are known as glovers, mainly because they make gloves, or Yeovil is famous for its gloves that used to be made here. Hampshire hogs, and it's quite relevant to the next place they're heading off to. People from Dorset nods.
Oh dear. Oh well.
Isn't that to do with bread?
Each to their own. They're biscuits.
It isn't. Yes, exactly. It is a little crusty loaf.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's nothing rude about it whatsoever.
Absolutely. Very tasty too.
Unless it's a doorknob.
Well, just wait until we get to the next waypoint, and then you'll see.
Rachel Plays, you star. Thank you for the donation there. Come and make some music for me in my intros. I need you to create a music intro.
There's a cheese company in trouble because they're not depicting the Cern man the way they should do.
No, they've
He's got a fig leaf or something on.
They've completely removed it.
So he's been emasculated then.
He certainly has, yeah, and they're not happy about it.
Sign of the times. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks again.
What's the next waypoint? I got left behind, then I'm starting over again.
Oh.
So next waypoint, we're heading off to a place called Cern Abbas.
What?
Bearing is approximately about 130 degrees or thereabouts.
Hold on, chaps.
Yep.
We can wait for him here. We're at Echo Golf Hotel Golf. Echo Golf Hotel Golf.
I've planned in loads of time for people to get from one place to another, because I know helicopters aren't exactly the easiest things to fly, so I have allowed extra time for landings and whatnot.
Yeah, if you've not done it, chaps, already turn your crash damage off. Don't risk it. Is anybody playing with crash damage on?
Oh, ye of little faith.
Oh no.
Yeah, Rachel, thanks again. Yeah, please do Please do. I'd love a bit of music. That would be great. I'm always afraid of using music in intros. You never know if it's going to get copyrighted.
It's fascinating to know the other end of that conversation, James.
Well, Rachel plays. She basically, I think you live in New Zealand, don't you, Rachel? So when I did New Zealand live stream, she joined us.
Yeah.
And she's actually part of Discord as well. But she's going to surprise me with a bit of music, intro music, hopefully.
All right.
Kiwi music.
Yeah. Go and watch her if you've not already. She's a mean guitarist. Very, very talented.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Can you give me the airport code again, please?
Yeah.
The new one.
It's Echo Golf Hotel
So
Golf
the one
where we
we're
are.
at- Yeah, the one we're at is Echo Golf Hotel Golf. Yeah.
Sorry, Dave. You go ahead, mate.
Golf Hotel Golf.
Yeah.
You want North Europe, sir?
Who's that just gone backwards in front of me?
That's me.
On one skid. That's very clever flying.
Full speed to catch well up, and then as soon as I landed, it was like I thought I'd give a handbrake, sir.
Yeovil. So sort of like, is it in between the A30 and the A38? Is it one of those sort of places?
It's around. Yeah, it's around there. Yeah.
By the way, who's this Rachel anyway? I'm interested. What's the website?
She's in the... Rachel, if you can link your YouTube channel, please. If you're allowed. I think you're allowed to. Yeah, it'll be in the chat.
Yeah. I love a bit of acoustic guitar.
Oh, she plays kind of like Iron Maiden, like heavy metal guitar as well. It's quite interesting.
Oh, that'll do as well.
Yes, you won't be using the flamenco guitar for that.
Unless you can do Flight of the Valkyrie on that.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Yes.
Yeah.
Not fly to the bumblebee then.
I live the Camry.
I believe I can fly.
William Tell Overture.
Just stuck that arrow in my head.
You know, chaps, you have reminded me of something. I can't resist this. Just a second. Sorry, carry on for a second.
Go for it, James. Go for it.
I don't think we're doing anything, are we?
No.
I think I'm at the wrong end of the runway.
I spy something beginning with H.
Ready to walk in.
If you have a nice place.
Helicopter.
No. Houses.
Hospital.
Houses.
David, my friend, this is for you. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, bloody thing. Back in a second, hang on.
Who's in the twin engine?
Everyone's in a Camry, yeah?
Yeah, it's easy that one.
That's yeah.
The few of us in the pedal as well.
There you go, Dave. Had to do it.
Oh, he's got a plane now. Hello.
Underground, overground, wombling free. The wombles of Wimbledon, common are we.
That's enough, I got
Getting harder to
copyrighted.
hear, Huddison.
It's my theme tune. Carter.
I can't play too much, it'll be gone. copyrighted.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, I should have thought about that before the stream. Never mind. I'll play it in the Discord later. What do you know of music is your favourite? I can make anything from disco to rock. I'll be original. You can't share links. Okay, Rachel, I'll put your website myself in the chat. I guess acoustic classical would be great.
Some Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Something inspired by Airwolf.
Oh, beautiful, yeah. Get the Airwolf.
James.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you play the intro music?
Do I play the intro?
For your video?
No.
For your videos.
No, it's by someone called.
I've seen the keyboard, you know.
I could probably play it. I've not yet. I've not tried yet, rather.
I've often wondered that.
No, it's copyright-free music, but you got buggers out there who will just try and copyright anything, and YouTube don't look into it properly, and before you know it, the whole playlist of live streams are copyrighted. So I'm always a bit worried about that.
Okay.
Well, I play guitar and drums, so if you need a little backing track, I'll give it for you, for free.
I play guitar, bass, and banjo.
Oh, and banjo, oh, you beauty.
I think for safety, Rachel, I'll chat to you later.
Okay, Susie, what'd you say?
I'll bring my tambourine and I'll be at the back.
Okay.
Alright. I'll bring the
Get your
triangle.
triangle out. Yeah, triangle.
Get the triangle.
Tambourine is very underrated.
Absolutely.
Triangle's underestimated, you know that.
Who's going to arrive in the record?
You go in front, Susan.
I can play the saxophone very, very badly.
Baker Street.
Wow.
Elementary. My dear, no, never mind.
No.
Right, there you go, chaps. Rachel's channel's linked in the YouTube chat there, so you can all go and peruse. Dave, my friend, are we all here now?
Reckon so.
Yep. Shall we get going?
Okay, yep, so we're going to head off on a bearing of approximately, I think it's about 137-ish.
Right.
And when we get to where we're going, we're just going to try and hover.
Oh yes. I promise you, I did a beautiful hover in front of the man in question. With everything trimmed out, and I had my hands off, my feet off, and everything. It's the only time I've ever done that.
You pressed the P button, did you?
No, I didn't. What does the P button do? I need to know that.
Oh,
yeah.
Very important button.
The P button. I shall have to investigate that.
Almost as important as the Y key.
Oh, yeah. And also
only in Y key.
And also the key I discovered the other day, courtesy of Sean, the one beneath escape. I don't know what they call that key, a composite thing it is, which just throws you back up into the air at 1,500 feet, which is very useful.
Really? Didn't know that. So.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
It's going to be handy.
Just under the key under escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hit that, and when you hit the ground, then that'll throw you up in the air at 1,500 feet.
What clever chat!
Is that like the slough?
It's like the slough, but it's only it just throws you straight up in the air, 1,500 feet up, flying.
Give it a go, so.
It's a good way. mind. Yeah, I'll keep on my mind to myself.
What now?
Yeah, go on.
Escape here.
I'm not sure what happens in the air.
I'm at 500 feet now. Here we go. Nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing. I think it's when you're on the ground.
Yeah.
So have a go. It's very good. Very useful.
I think you can repeat press it and end up in space.
Not with this many helicopters around. Can anyone hear the tumbleweed?
People concentrating.
Absolutely.
What? Bro, just tell me what your minus trim is. I'm up to 65. Minus 65 trim.
I'm on about 50 trim at the moment, minus 50.
That's okay.
I think it's a funny
Well,
thing.
not too bad, eh?
Perhaps, Dave, you can explain that, because it doesn't always do with negative
Yeah.
trim, does it?
Is that why I'm going so slow? I was on minus 15.
Yeah, but this... If
Where
you
do-
put on the trim...
Where do you
go
see
back.
that?
Think about it, chaps. The way you've got to get your disc tilted forward. You do that one, and you've got to push forward with the disc, and that will create forward impulsion. To the limit of, obviously, you run out of lift after a while if you keep doing that. So you start losing height after a while. So what you do, when you take off, it's actually quite good to hover just off the ground in ground effect, and then just put your stick forward, because the heli will stay there in ground effect quite stable. And if you push forward, you don't need to do anything else, any collective or anything. The translational lift, which is the aircraft going forward, that's like the wing going through the air faster. That gets more lift, more lift, more lift, and without any more power, you can speed right up, but then you need to hold your stick forward to keep the disc pointing forward, obviously. So you trim that out. That's why you use the trim so much.
It's gone right over my head, that Soapy, but it sounded impressive.
Exactly the way to go.
Lean forwards to go forwards, trim it out so you don't have to hold the stick.
Correct.
You don't have to hold the
Ah,
stick
okay.
quite as much. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Soapy, do you know,
Steering.
when I put all my power in,
Yeah.
my engine speed goes down.
Yeah,
But as
it
soon as
will.
I bring it back a touch,
That's fine.
it speeds up again.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
If you're moving forward, and you go onto full collective, it feels as if you're losing power, because it's trying to push you forward and lift you, and it can't do both at the same time efficiently. So one has to overrule the other.
Yeah, you max the
Obviously, when I pull back a little bit, that's why the engine speed
Yeah,
picks
so you
up.
kind of ease up on your speed, and you'll go up. If you push down on the stick, you'll go down, but you'll go faster. And it's that kind of happy medium. It's that happy medium. You kind of have to jiggle it.
Yeah.
And
doing 135 now.
You must be descending then.
A little bit.
The top speed in the Camry is 100 knots.
Straight and level, yeah, about 100.
You push it, you will go down.
Have I gone past the waypoint? I've sort of lost where I am.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not far off.
Yeah. Because I've got 118 now.
Hang on, who am I following here? Tony, are you in the right place there, my friend? I'm following you, Sean.
I'm almost there, so I'll get to where it needs to be. And
okay, is that Dave? Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the scenery is beautiful. On the Xbox,
yes,
it's beautiful.
Dave, you're below me there, so I better slow down.
Dorset is beautiful, said so.
It is. It's very green.
Yeah. You sort of admire it more because you're in a helicopter. It's sort of, you're not just shooting over it, are you?
Yeah.
I agree with that, yeah.
The best thing is, in the summer, when everybody comes down to Dorset on holiday, because we live here, we go somewhere else. So the traffic is backed up for miles coming into Dorset. Heading out is easy.
It's lovely, yeah, I love it. That's what I do as well, bro. I leave London when everyone wants to come in.
I'm there now. Found myself.
There's the man on the hill.
Yeah, that's what we're heading for.
Yeah.
Those Dorset roads get backed up, man. It's the A35, isn't it?
Yeah, A35, yeah.
Yeah, that gets absolutely destroyed.
Oh.
Are we landing at the waypoint?
No, if you just hover.
Or you can put a chopper on the chopper.
See a guy with a big club in the field.
Well, yeah, now that's what I was... You've stolen my line there, Theo. So, I'll wait until a few more people get here.
Interesting, okay.
But, yeah, this is...
Very special crop server.
This is Cern Abbas.
Abbas?
It's quite a nondescript little village in Dorset, but it is famous for a very massive chalk carving.
People's minds.
Which,
obviously a guy.
Well, you can see that on the side of the hill. On the side of the hill, there's a man. As you can see, he's got a massive club in his right hand. I'm not going to mention anything else. Yeah, I'm not going to mention anything else. But yeah, he's cut out from the cut out from the turf because Dorset is very chalky. So it's revealed the chalk underneath. It's owned by the National Trust, so you're not allowed on the land. You're not allowed to walk over it or visit it, although people have.
Trespassed.
There's lots of arguments about how old it is. Some people say, oh, it's an ancient monument.
He's certainly under 60.
Yeah, well, he was in the 17th century. But they reckon it probably dates back to about the 10th century when the abbey was first built.
Oh, so that would be William the First Conqueror, wouldn't it? Time. Or
yeah.
just before, yeah.
The thing that's quite impressive, ignoring the obvious, is the fact that it's carved onto a hillside, but when you're actually on the ground, you can't see it properly. And if you just have a quick scan round, there's nowhere nearby where you can get a good view to get the proportions right, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not making a joke there about a certain part of his anatomy, but considering how they've got his legs, his arms, and so on and so forth, like he is in very good proportion. Considering they can't see a kind of
never seen so many cameras. Never. Wow.
A bit like the NASCAR lines in Peru, you can only see them from above. Right?
Yeah.
James, are you in a position to take a picture of all these helicopters hovering in front of this?
Well, it'll be on video.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you're in the right position. I mean,
I'm in a great position of the chalk figure. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, let's just press that print key button. That'll be good.
So he's been standing proud for many centuries then?
Oh, he has, yeah.
So Dave, I missed that. Why does he got a club in his hand? Why is he armed?
Well, originally on his left hand he had a cloak as well. They've done X-rays of the land and so on and so forth, and he had a big cloak in his left hand, or some kind of net. But yeah, no one really knows what he is. People think he might be a fertility symbol. It could just be some... I can't possibly imagine.
An advertisement for variation blue pills.
I can't remember which series it was, but one of the Simpsons new series was advertised with a short cutout of Homer Simpson that was superimposed next to Stern Average Giant.
Lovely.
But people have woken up and like he's has like a massive pair of jeans fashions to cover him up. All sorts of things. I mean, the poor fella's been abused something chronic over the years.
Anybody know? Did you know why he's called CERN? Never mind.
But apparently, he used to have a belly button.
Did he?
Yeah. So the top of his manhood was the top of the belly button. So he's actually standing prouder now than he used to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that could be misconstrued, couldn't it?
Artistic license.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Much better.
Well, I mean, it's like your typical bloke, isn't it? Yeah, it's definitely 6 inches.
I was buying a light fitting the other day.
Speak for yourself.
How long is that? Is it 6 inches? She said, I don't know what you think 6 inches is.
Well, I'm quite happy with that, chaps.
Can I ask a question? Have you all landed there or ran over or what are you doing?
No, I was just hovering.
Hovering.
That's alright. That's
No,
okay.
no, I've managed to figure out how to hover. One kid on the ground, one kid in the air.
There you go. You've got somebody in the chat there. CA Benny said if he's got a net and he's next to a river, I guess it's about catching fish. Good point. Yeah.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
So that's a bishop. That's a bishop in his right hand then.
Well, there is.
No, they call that. They call it the bishop, don't they? When you cull the fish, when you caught it, you bang it over the end.
Apparently, there was a bishop in Cern Abbas. That everybody hated, and they think possibly that the giant is
a representation.
Is taking the mickey out of him. Yeah.
All right.
Because he was very what's the word? Puritan.
Right.
So they think possibly that was carved into the hillsides just to annoy him every single day.
Put 2 fingers up, so to speak.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I guess that he was the one that wouldn't get in the battle.
Yeah.
Right, David, my friend, onwards and upwards.
Okay, so we're now heading off on heading of about 117, 118 degrees, and we're heading down towards Poole, my neck of the woods.
Rachel's requested that we stop flying over her house. Rachel, you said you were in New Zealand. You're keeping her awake.
So is Poole, is that near Swansea?
Swansea's in Wales. It's near Swanage.
No. Swanage, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Is it near Swanage? Yeah. It's like a ferry and ride away or something. Or...
Yeah, you can get a boat.
It's not an island,
from,
is it?
No, you can get you can get a boat trip from Poole Harbour to I keep wanting to say Swansea now. Swanage.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Swanage New Year's parties. Wow, they're pretty heavy.
When you were asking about the putting the power on and it seemed to slow down, remember in these helicopters, when originally in helicopters you had to actually manage the throttle as well as the collective. These days they've got a governor in place to keep the rotor speed at the right rev. So as you pull up on the collective, imagine that you're increasing the pitch of the blades, which of course slow down, or they try to slow down, and that takes more power from the engine because the governor fights against that. So when you're pulling your collective up, yes, you're putting in more power, but the blades are twisting, and like a paddle wheel, there's more resistance.
And if you're in the belt, if you're in the belt, then you do that too much, you'll get klaxon going off. It just means ease off because you're overdoing it.
You're over talking the rotor head. If you look in the camera, you'll see that if you fly at 90% power, you're just below the sort of red line and yellow line, and you'll see that they'll change from time to time. Sometimes you've got a yellow line from 90 to 100, and then a red line from 100 to 100 odd. Well, that's because, in my case, you've been using too much, pulling up too much collective too often. So it says, hey, slow down a bit while we recover. So you should normally be flying around, when you want to go full speed at 90% power. I'm at 89 at the moment, and that will give you about 100 knots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 86, and I'm currently pulling about 86 knots.
Yeah, it's a touch. I touch more. If you got to 90, you can afford to do that. If you go any more than that, then it just limits how much reserve power you've got if there's an emergency.
Did you fly helicopters, Dave? Soapy?
No, but as a flight deck officer, I used to fly in them a lot.
Okay.
And of course, I used to ask lots and lots of questions. They gave me a go to fly them every now and again. The Lynx was the best fun.
Oh, I bet.
That was a semi-rigid rotor, and that went like stink. But I mean, when they let me fly, you used to see the old, I'm showing my age now, but Dragonfly instructional videos about how to fly a helicopter, and they showed the helicopter doing a dance. It was going from left to right and up and down in an arc as it did so. Well, I found that very easy to do. All you have to do is try and hover over a spot.
It automatically happens.
Automatically, yeah. No effort at all.
Like trying to balance on a beach ball.
Yeah.
It's very much like patting your head and rubbing your stomach and all that.
Yeah.
While standing on a beach ball.
Yeah.
I am a skilled now. Dad.
Sorry, the Cadburys, they look like airplanes for me.
How do I get rid of this? I'm on a great flight at the moment. Mother!
Yes, son.
Sorry, I thought I muted them. I have a habit of muting to talk and unmuting when I, don't want to talk,
Oh, okay, yeah.
How do you do that, though? I mean, I point my remote control at my wife and daughter quite a lot, but it never seems to work.
Oh, it's only the self doesn't work.
You've got to double tap the button, man. Double tap.
Oh, double tap. Okay, right, yeah. Like the CIA.
Certainly, man. Mute those people, man.
Mute them.
Fantastic to watch this from South Africa. Lovely, Glenda. Glad you could join us.
They've got all these aircraft.
And you don't realise just how green Dorset is.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well kept.
Actually,
Yeah,
on
pretty
that...
sure
Go on.
it'll be pretty brown and yellow this year because it's going to be a hot year, I think.
Yeah, well the trouble is we get I mean, we've got masses and masses of heathland in Dorset, and we get unruly ewes with matches in the summer holidays.
Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It's like a sun trap, Dorset, isn't it? As well, you get a lot of sun there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you remember, but those of us that are from the UK, a few years back we had a really bad winter and we had snow pretty much everywhere. And there was a satellite photograph taken of the UK and Ireland, and everything was white. And there was a tiny, tiny speck of green, and it was Dorset.
Wow.
Because of the harbour, Poole kind of has its own little microclimate. So we very rarely get snow.
Just change the subject there. We've got Susie flying with us, but Glenda, Rachel, come on board. We need a couple more women in the chat. It'll be good to get a good mix if we can. So any women watching this, you're a bit afraid, do come and join us. I'll keep them at bay, don't worry.
Yeah, just on that I can say I thoroughly enjoy myself coming on these flights and being with the community, so thank you everybody.
Great.
Bless you,
joining. It's our pleasure.
Yeah. Oh, next verse.
More the merrier.
Next verse. One day when Gwendolyn was milking the cow, she pushed and she pulled, but she didn't know how. So old Gertrude turned round to her with a frown. She says, "You hang on tight, love, I'll jump up and down."
Oh,
Easy, bro.
Brilliant.
He never fails, does it? Never.
Sadly not.
Guess what?
Is this just, how are we doing this next way, boys?
So this is just something to talk about. You can see the harbour coming into view now. It's the largest natural harbour in the world, which is often disputed by Sydney in Australia. Now, as far as the area is concerned, Poole is the largest. Usable area, Sydney beats it hands down. Because a lot of Poole Harbour, if you know where you're going, you can walk from one side of it to the other. It's that shallow. There's loads of islands in the harbour. Most famous one is Brownsea Island.
Yeah.
And that's the original home of the Boy Scouts. It's founded by Lord Baden-Powell. And there's a statue of him on Poole Quay looking out across the water to the island. And that's where he set up the first Boy Scout camp. There's a castle at the entrance to the harbour. It's a very shallow, or it's a very narrow entrance to the harbour. And there's a castle that's been built on Brownsea Island facing the entrance, and that was Henry VIII. The island itself served as a decoy in World War II, because obviously being one of the main harbours on the south coast, they didn't want Poole to be bombed, so they set off absolutely massive flares on the west side of the island. As a result, about 1,000 tons of bombs were dropped by the Luftwaffe on Brownsea.
Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah, completely annihilated a tiny little village that was there, although it had obviously been evacuated because they were expecting it to be bombed. Poole was barely touched in the bombing, and a neighbour in Bournemouth, so it did its job. And then at the entrance to the harbour. So yeah, you can just see Brownsea Island is the large island. Just before the entrance, you can probably just see a gap in the land.
Oh yeah, yep.
So the right hand side of that is Studland, which is a naturist beach.
Oh.
And the left hand side is Sandbanks.
Yeah.
And Sandbanks is one of the most expensive places in the world to live. God knows why.
Because it's
traffic
Sandbanks.
access. Well, yeah, but the traffic access is awful in the summer. Because everybody's trying to get to the beach.
Yeah.
So anyone that lives there can't get out.
Is that
and can't get back home again. He used to live there. Yeah,
It's mainly old people that live there, though, yeah?
Yeah, he's moved. He's well. I mean, it's Millionaire Road, really. But anyone with any sense lives a bit further inland because there's much nicer properties that aren't on the little spit of land, which are accessible all year round, and you're still within walking distance of the beach. So it's not as if it's yeah. I mean, it's bonkers.
You can't really go any deeper south. So for the hot weather.
No.
That's it. So,
No.
yeah.
But the best thing about Sandbanks is it's got the best sausage and chips
Really?
ever.
Wow.
Yeah, there's fantastic
They
chips.
do sausage in batter, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want it battered, you can have it battered. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta have it battered. I mean, go that extra 10p for the batter.
You know,
It's so funny. I had to restart and watching this in the world map. It's crazy. All the green aircraft are heading towards Sandbanks. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't joined yet.
Is the castle modelled, Dave?
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's on the island. Oh, so the
Yeah,
island.
it's on the island. So yes, on the island you can see.
There's a building towards the seaward side.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Right.
It's not really a castle. I mean, it's not what I would class as a castle. It's more of a posh house.
Right.
Like a state road type
Yeah,
castle.
yeah.
It's quite generic on there.
Yeah.
Looks like a block of flats, probably.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
look.
It does look
Yeah.
like a crenellated block of flats looking at it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
So Dave,
Yeah.
nobody's asking, but is the nudist beat modelled in this?
Yeah, let's go.
Where do we land?
Probably more realistically than Sir Nabbis man.
Yeah.
And-
Well,
and
I was going to say you can walk from Studlands all the way along the south coast, but you have to go along the beach. But really, you don't want to. Believe me. Take it from someone who's done the walk. You really don't want to see it.
Yeah, not pretty.
No.
You'll see lots of
What,
crinkled sausages.
The
and things.
bodies or the what? The sausages?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the landscape
Too many
is lovely, and
sausages.
yeah, and as I say,
Only batter.
the Sandbank side, they make a fantastic sausage, but I don't know what you get on the other side.
As,
Yeah, you don't want to eat the baked sausages on the other side.
Naughty,
Wait,
naughty.
let's be quiet for a while.
Sausage
But as and
roll.
when-
I do love a sausage roll.
As and when you're ready, if we turn to about 41 degrees, and we're
Yeah.
heading off to Bournemouth Airport.
Bournemouth Airport. Bournemouth Airport. Second only to Luton.
By the way, people at home, this is live weather and it's incredible. Not a cloud in the sky.
It's been like this all over the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Too hot in the garden this afternoon. Well, for me anyway.
Like my top of the head.
What's it like in Scotland, Susie?
Exactly the same. I've been out in the garden most of the day and all weekend, so it's been fantastic.
Excellent.
I saw on Twitter the midges are out in force.
Scottish midges is something special, sorry.
Yeah, anybody from overseas, you get mosquitoes, we get midges, which are nasty little blighters in their own way. Get everywhere.
English midges are bad enough, but I tell you, the Scottish ones, they're something else.
They're on steroids.
Oh man.
No, they were brought up on Ironbrew.
Yep, well, we took the tent out 1 year and then the whole time, because I put the tent up late at night, I was attacked with them constantly, my whole body had it covered.
Yeah, yeah. We stayed in Ullapool, 2004 I think it was. It was a really, really hot summer. And yeah, they were just out in force. It's just crazy.
I watched the thing earlier actually, on the summer of '76. Does anyone remember that?
I'm not quite.
Oh yes. Oh yes, I remember it well.
The summer in '76 in England was a beast. It was a beast of heat.
Yeah.
Is that when we had the ladybird outbreak?
Oh, we had that every year, didn't we?
There was one point when there was absolutely just over everything.
I mean, are they ladybirds or are they ladybugs? What do you call them?
Ladybirds,
I
personally.
call them ladybirds.
Call them ladybugs.
Yeah, I remember last year in London got to 45, 46. We had fires in local parks and goodness knows what. So it was savage in London last year.
Savage.
How's the Echo kit doing, James?
How's the what, my friend?
Thought you bought some little Echo. An air cooler system.
Oh, air cooler! Oh, it's fantastic. I've had it. Yeah, yeah. I'm just chilling here. Really good. Yeah, I recommend that. Go and watch that video, man. It's really good in this heat. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I've got it on next to me, Tango.
Okay.
Landed down there, Tango. Dan.
Just going to the Bournemouth Airport. So I would suggest we try and land as close to the air traffic control tower as we can. Just see how accurate you can get, because this is your last chance to practice your landings for accuracy before the next landing.
All the beeps are going on.
We probably can't land on top.
Go on, Tango, you can.
Go on, you can try it, mate.
At least try. Here we go.
Where's the control tower? Oh yeah, where Tango is.
Collisions. I tried landing on the non-model 7 bridge earlier and fell halfway through.
What's that, Dan? Say that again, I missed that.
I tried to land on the 7 bridge. I can't believe I haven't modelled the 7 bridge.
Okay.
Either of them.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed they haven't.
That is disappointing, yeah.
It is in the UK.
Cavalry falling through the roof.
It is in the Orbic scenery, 7th bridge.
Yeah, okay.
I think.
Is it old school? Does it have the toll bridge on there?
Toll's not there anymore, we don't have to pay.
Oh no, yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's paid for itself. So, Bournemouth Airport used to be Herne Airport. This may come as a surprise because we're about 100 miles away from London, but from 1944 to 1946, this was classed as London's international airport.
Oh.
Because it was the only airport. Yeah, it was the only airport with a runway long enough, and of good quality. In that, like the quality was good enough for passenger airlines at the time. I mean, you've got to remember that they were a lot smaller then. But yeah, and then someone decided to build Heathrow. So yeah, for 2 years, Bournemouth or Herne, as it was then, was the international airport for London. It's also the local stop-off point for the Red Arrows when they're doing displays down in this area. And there's a dedicated concrete strip along the airfield that the road runs past, where they all park up again in formation, so everybody can drive past and see them.
Huh.
Not really solid, right?
What the control tower? No, it's not solid at all.
Oh, right through.
And just following on from what James said about let's try and get more women involved. Herne was the site where the first British female air traffic control operator was stationed. A lady called Yvonne Pope Sintes. And she went on to become the first British female commercial airline captain.
Wow.
Oh, wonderful. Nice career.
I mean, you can imagine, you're there as the first woman. You know, you can't fuck this shit up.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
Must have been really hard for her, yeah.
Seth,
thanks for it, number.
Seth Forever there in the chat. Just got your honeycomb yolk. Do you know the best sensitivity? Go and check one of my videos, my friend. I've done a few on the honeycomb yolk. Oh, actually, and chaps, a few of you have the honeycomb. Can you recommend sensitivities? Can't remember mine offhand.
I don't think I've ever changed mine.
Yeah, I don't think I've changed mine either, to be honest.
Hey, Tango.
Yeah, I think
any bridges yet?
No, only real small bridges. Not suitable. Oh well, maybe next time.
Susie, say again there.
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry, it was just on the sensitivity thing. I think mine's is very, very close. I think it's maybe just 1% under in each settings.
Oh, 1% under. Oh no, let's talk about the honeycomb, the XPC or Alpha.
Sorry.
I don't think it there. I've not changed mine, I don't think, Seth, but yeah, I can take a look later.
I just followed the Sim Hanger video when I first got it, like a year ago. I haven't changed it since.
Yeah, Mark does great videos on the Alpha, yeah, for sure. Okay.
Right, so how are we doing? Is everybody ready for the next bit?
Oh, I just need to go somewhere.
So we're heading off around about 124 degrees, and we're heading over the most expensive water crossing per mile in the world, and we're heading over to the Isle of Wight.
Lovely.
Or, as everyone calls it, the island.
The pile of...
Isle of Wight. I flew over that once and landed.
Very nice.
So give the heading again there, Dave. Was it 120?
124.
124, thanks.
Got 127, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the island has got so many cliffs around it, hasn't it?
And we're heading to the right-hand side as we look at it of the island.
The very right-hand side.
The very, very right-hand side.
Now, Soapy, you live in Portsmouth. You can see the Isle of Wight from Portsmouth quite clearly, can't you?
Yes, you can. From the top of the hill over Portstone Hill, you can see it. If on a summer's day, Portsmouth looks absolutely gorgeous from the top of Portstone Hill when it's sun shining on it. When it's raining, it looks dismal. But you can see.
I was just to add to that, Sophie, Portsmouth looks fantastic from Bournemouth because you can't see it.
It's not the prettiest of places. Right. The Luftwaffe made quite a good job of getting rid of some of it. They didn't do enough in some places, so there's still lots of old, you know, sort of naval and dockyard workers' houses, which streets are very closely packed and that sort of thing.
They bomb Portsmouth and cause £3.50's worth of damage.
Portsmouth has been very much rebuilt. Very many of the university students there. It's a university city now.
It's got a very.
Well, they make them build their own accommodation now before they're allowed to stay there.
It's got a very famous ship there, hasn't it, David Selby? What's the ship called there?
Well, several ships. They've got HMS Victory, of course, which was Nelson's flagship, but they've also got HMS Warrior, which was one of the first steam-stroke sailing ships with a conning tower for the sailing master, and that's a very good ship to look around. It's got the bulkheads are about 10 feet thick, and quite a big vessel, and it was really a what's the word we would use today? A disruptor in naval warfare. So that's a good one to go and see.
Right.
So Warrior and I had my wife's 50th birthday party in Warrior. I knew the guy who was the sort of the sailing master, as he was called at that time. He was basically the master of ceremonies, and it was absolutely fabulous. And when we came on board, it was a day like today or this evening. And when my wife's name's Penny, and when she came up the brow, they had a flag hoist which was run up which said "Happy Birthday, Penny."
Oh,
it was really lovely, really lovely.
Ah, lovely, lovely.
And we have the Mary Rose there.
Yeah, the Mary Rose, yes, as well. That's in a. Of course, she wasn't available for many years because they had to. Well, they say dry it out, but in fact they had to keep it wet, and they injected it with all sorts of waxes and things to preserve it. But it's now under a purpose-built building, and you can go in there and get right in close and personal to all of the. You can see the decks. It's a half of a ship, if you like, or a half-ish bit of a ship, and you can see everything in there. And some of the artifacts that they found are absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. It's the Belfast, is it?
That's London now. That's London.
That's on the Thames.
That's in the Pool of London.
My dad used to drive for VP.
Oh.
And he used to take me as a kid.
Yeah.
To Belfast. That was a prison ship. And he used to tell me when I was a kid, if you're a bad boy, that's where you're going.
A prison ship?
Yeah, it was. It was stuck in Belfast.
And they took the prisoners off to where?
Anywhere.
Australia, usually, wasn't it?
That's when internment. You didn't have to do anything. So.
Yeah, we
be a bad boy and you were put
up until recently we had a prison ship down here in Portland.
There were loads
of nice. It just wasn't a nice sight, to be honest.
It used to be that the Britannia Royal Naval College were actually 2 old hulks, which were ex-prison ships. That was the first college was set up there before they built the building.
Mm-hmm.
if you've never seen the building that at Britannia Royal Naval College, it's a beautiful sight. Top of the hill at Dartmouth.
You know, it sort of sticks in my memory. They used to tell, my dad used to say, you know, if you're a bad boy, that's where you go. So.
Were you often bad?
Not really, no.
We just got.
No,
We've just got.
It was there, and my dad drove for BP. He drove petrol tankers for BP.
Right.
And he took me up and down so many times. You know, that was the prison ship. You didn't have to do anything. You just had to look the wrong way at people, and that's where you went.
We just got KHS in chat there. Hi all, very lovely
That's
activity.
right.
It's lovely, yes.
Just looks back. But if you've got live weather and live time on, if you look back in the direction we've just come from, the sun's just about to set. It looks lovely.
Oh yeah. Will we get to our destination in daylight, Dave? Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
So.
I've planned this.
Right.
I might not have planned it well, but I've planned it.
That's lovely so far.
I love you, bro.
Right, so you can probably guess where we're heading to.
Yeah, a light. Can we lie there on the light?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can land here, yeah?
Are we not getting concerns to land, or are we just landing with everyone on top of each other?
Wow.
I was going to say you can land if there are not 30 helicopters there.
Yeah, so
Sure, I'm first then.
if you're feeling brave, give it a go. If not, there's a grassy area on the main sort of chunk of the island.
I was hoping you were going to say there was a cafe next door. Or something. You get a nice coffee or something. Yeah, this is going to be a nightmare to land on. Blimey, look at the size of that.
It is doable.
Have a go at it.
I mean, this is the Needles, isn't it? The Needles
This
out
is-
the,
yeah, the Needles,
Isle of
yeah.
Wight.
Yeah, those are the needles you can see to the...
Line is needle.
But why would you land a helicopter there, though, in real life?
Wow.
Oh, to
Where are
get
you going to go?
To get the lighthouse.
Get you some. Yeah. I mean, the lighthouse is automated now, but
I'm on top
yeah,
of it. Who's next?
Alright,
Is that Tango down?
just getting
Tango's on, yeah.
Wingman's on top. Another somebody else.
Oh, Wingman's on.
Well done, well done, well done.
oh,
Oops. Again.
Oof. Theo's having a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
There's a lot of up and down going on. It's beautiful.
Can't see the thing anymore. Alright, here we are. Here we go. Oh yeah.
I'm going to record this because it's beautiful. This is kind of what I thought, like, getting in helicopters is a bit extreme. I don't know if you've seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of thought it would be like that. Oh, we got a couple of landings, yeah?
Who's that just came in full throttle?
Oh, man down. Red Ruffs.
Oops. Yeah. Ooh. Well, two more. Come on.
oh, it's mental.
Yep, number 4.
I wonder if the helicopters interfere with the ground effect.
I bet they do. And with each other. Number 5.
Fun. This is fun just to watch
Number
you cover
6.
and watch this.
Oh, I'm down, I'm on.
Oh, well done.
Well done.
Miles away.
Yeah, I'm on.
Wow. Wow.
Well, this is very, 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 very wrong.
Number 7. Come on.
How do the Americans describe it? A cluster fest or something, don't they?
Yes.
I believe it's called a cluster fornication.
Sure making a lot of noise.
I mean, it had to be done, didn't it? I had to throw this in.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, that takes some gunning down.
Someone's landing there, people.
Come on.
That was wonderful.
There's some hanging off the side and everywhere else, but they're all stacked in there. Here goes a 407 over.
Hey!
Somebody pushed me off.
that was me.
Amazing.
Another one bites the dust.
Going on from here, chat. I was just wondering what airport code we're at.
Echo Golf Lima Tango. We've got one more stop to make at Echo Golf Hotel Foxtrot.
Golf Lima Tango. Roger. Cheers, mate.
It says on the door 1858 down the bottom.
On the yeah, well, it was built in 1859, so I think they completed it in 1859, but it was automated in 1994. But those of you that have landed on the main island, on the grassy bit, you've just landed on the testing site for the Black Knight and Black Arrow intercontinental ballistic missile engines.
Wow. How you down?
Well, the people of the island, you know, very not respected then, I guess.
Well, that was in the when was that? In the 60s. So I mean, it's all national trust now.
There you go, that will do. Bit of a bounce, but it will do. Whew.
So I'm reading a warning label that says no diving allowed.
So for helicopters.
I'm quite impressed, James, that you managed to run the bonanza on top of that. It's quite skill.
It's quite incredible. You never knew I could do that, did you?
No idea, so.
No diving, no heavy petting.
Okay, Dave, the daylight's fading quick. Shall we get a move on?
Yeah. So if we head off on a heading of it's about 50 degrees.
58, is it? Was it?
Let's have a look.
Yeah. I think that's 58 if we can read it. It's hard to read with some work. 58, yeah.
Yeah, 58, yeah.
Thank you, Nigel, in the chat there. Great camera work. I do try. Alan Cook UK. It's great having the UK bird pack, seeing all the seagulls flying around the rocks, along with the helis. Ah, I don't have that pack. Anybody else have that?
I've got that, yeah.
Nope. Like it.
Yeah, and I've got the sea vessels package as well, so it's quite nice because you see them all coming up the Solent.
Yeah, I have that. It's really nice.
I have to try that. Yeah.
It often comes into sale, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And there's some ships you can land on as well.
Yeah.
I've got to say, before this stream, most of us were novices. We probably still are, but we can consider ourselves experts after that one, I think.
I don't know about you guys, but Redruff, have you got some mic issues?
Has he? Okay.
Okay, the helicopter sounds like a tractor. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much same here. Yeah, mine does.
I've got 6% fuel left. Do you think I'm going to get back?
It's going to be close.
You made me fly last night till I was almost out of fuel, so go for it, big man.
I made you fly. I gave you life-saving instructions. I didn't make you fly, you know. I even gave you directions so close to an airport that had, you know, that had fuel. And now it's like, no, I'm going to try and make it, you know.
That's the latest excuse. I made you fly. I made you fly.
I have to concede. Dan makes me fly a lot, according to my wife.
For those of you who are watching it, sorry. For those of you watching at home, you're getting a heck of a view here. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Places to live in there.
That's a great excuse. Somebody made me fly.
I always blame our friend Pete for whenever I buy another aircraft, but he didn't stop me, you know. So he refuses to accept responsibility. You know, if he decides to go on holiday for 2 weeks, you know. I haven't bought Airwolf. No, Pete wants to buy Airwolf, but he's not going to buy it until I buy it, so that he can blame me for buying it. So
who's Pete?
Who do I get to blame for buying it?
Pete's a friend I fly with a lot, and he's unfortunately he's not normally allowed on until 9 o'clock in the evening. So.
Oh dear.
He's married, you see.
Yeah.
It was a kid, you know.
That's funny. He's not allowed on.
Not allowed till 9 o'clock.
Sorry.
He'll be here shortly.
Funny, in my house, they just say, "Aren't you going flying?"
Yeah, I get that.
I think it's more to
clear off.
It's more to do with the Xbox is plugged into the TV in the front room. I've just got a message from him. He says, "I'm online now." So if he starts watching video, he'll you know.
You can't say anything without him. He's watching.
Yeah.
Crossroads and EastEnders take precedence.
My excuse was it's
well,
it's
yeah,
too hot.
Coronation Street and EastEnders take precedence.
Yeah.
Tell me this: who doesn't watch the soaps?
Me.
Come on.
Can't stand them.
I don't watch it.
Me, I don't watch it at all. I don't even have a TV license.
Until they're over.
Likewise, I don't have a TV license.
Pete, what do you mean by the soaps?
Emmerdale and Barney Street.
Emmerdale. Sorry, what is that?
He's a lovely lady, Emmerdale.
Hey, I was brought up in that.
What in Emmerdale?
I got it.
No, I was brought up Barney Street. Come on.
No.
Nice.
I was brought up Barney Street.
What am I? eating a sandwich.
He's chloroformed him.
He's foaming at the mouth at the word of coronation.
You're nowhere near HMS Belfast, are you, by any chance?
Yeah, to be quite honest, I'm not too far from it.
What
went wrong?
Yeah.
I just like the soaps.
I do fly from 8 o'clock.
Yeah, watching TV was gives less time for flying, so...
He took down, can I say something?
You can say something. I
This
couldn't
is
stop you.
between you and me. My flying
I'm
is
the
getting...
rest of the internet.
My flying is getting... It's terrible. Because I want to go flying before I even walk the dog. How's that?
You did what?
Before I walk the dog. Yeah, I want to
All
go
right.
flying. Yeah. It's... There you go.
Oh, he's just nosedived. Or someone just nosedived into the sea.
Really? Ooh dear.
Well, I'm flying over the sea, and it was saying that I got minus 61 foot of altitude. It's just quite impressive.
Yeah, it's
You have a dog, right?
Yeah, reset my barometer a
Would you
little
put
bit. There we go.
you put your flying before the dog? Come on, tell me first.
Soapy, whereabouts are you? Are you close to Solent, or are you further over towards Portsmouth?
I'm behind the pack.
Oh no, I meant
In real life.
Where do I live?
Right,
I live in Waterlooville, so if
Ooh.
you,
right, okay.
Very
if you go
posh part.
straight away from the coast,
Yeah.
and up the hill and over the hill, then we're just there.
It's quite a wealthy part, that, Soapy, isn't it? I know a bit of Portsmouth.
Not where I live, it's not. But the Waterlooville was actually established when, they came back from Waterloo. Basically, they set up huge camps and things there. And there was thereafter called Waterlooville. Got some lovely pictures of the places it developed. It's called the original village or something, and it's slightly different than it looks now. It's not exactly the most exclusive area of Portsmouth.
Anywhere particular we're landing?
The airfield.
Like, yeah.
By the tower?
Yeah, there's a couple of helipads near the tower, so there's as good a place as any. Oh, and oh no, because I've got the airport add-on, but
I can't see any helipads, but yeah.
Is that Echo Golf Hotel Foxtrot we're landing, yes?
Foxtrot, that's the one. Yep. But yeah, so this is Solent Airport, or HMS Daedalus, as it was. Was owned by Fleet Air Arm. Was a seaplane base in 1917, and then became the training and admin centre for the Fleet Air Arm. It's now used as the base for the Coast Guard on the south coast.
How's that for timing? I just ran out of fuel.
Oh no.
You just got down, have you?
Yeah, I just got down. Yeah, I was about 300 foot altitude. Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
I was lucky.
Did you drop the
Yeah. In 2006, they were doing routine maintenance on one of the runways, and they found a live landmine, which had been buried underneath the runway. So in the event of a German invasion, they could have blown up the runway. So you think like all these planes have been landing on it for the last like 60 years or so. They then thought they'd better check the rest of the airfield and found another 19 unexploded bombs buried under the ground.
Yeah, I spent 3 years there as a young apprentice, radio electrical artificer.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah.
It's Daedalus and a good place, great place. Did the Brickwoods field gun crew there, that sort of stuff. Great fun. And of course, being
airfield.
Say again.
It's a fantastic little airfield.
Yeah, it is. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say, you're a very brave man doing a field gun thing.
So, say again.
You were a very brave man doing a field gun thing. I've always
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the Earl's Court version. It was called the Brickwoods field gun. We used the same gun, but it was all done on the ground, if you know what I mean. We didn't sort of throw it over a chasm and things. I mean, they were nutters, those guys. But they did do the Fleet Air Arm, who often did well, of course, because they were ashore a lot of the time at air stations, rather than being off in ships and things like that. So they had a very good crew there, and they used to practice every lunchtime. So we used to go up and watch them. Absolutely mad they were.
Oh.
Absolutely mad.
Yeah.
If people don't know what I'm talking about, go and look it up online. The Navy field gun thing. It's amazing.
Did they still do it? I don't think I've seen it for a long time.
There are a pair of, I think there's still a pair of teams that operate on South Sea Front during the summer, you know, when the tourists are in and that sort of thing. And they're ex-field gunners, you know, who used to serve in the Navy, no longer, but they do it as volunteers sort of thing. But apart from that, no. But I mean, they were absolutely, talk about fit. I mean, just amazing fitness.
So Dave, this is our last...
competition?
Say again?
Did he not do a competition for the field gunners?
Yes. That was up at Earl's Court.
Yeah.
That was for the grown-ups basically. But we, as an apprentice, we used to just do teams, as I say, which did runs on the ground. We had a competition. All the stations, you know, all the establishments used to do it.
So David, this is our last stop, isn't it?
Last stop, yep.
What a lovely flight, and the singing, it was fantastic.
Yeah, very nice, thank you.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, that was really good.
Good fun, thanks Dave.
Okay, and Chan's not here today, what a shame, he would have loved this one. So I don't know what the next flight is. But I think Mark's doing
David.
one in a couple of weeks. Or a week, maybe, next week?
Next week, I think,
Thank you
James.
again. Have a nice flight as well. Enjoyed myself as well.
Well done.
You done well. You did well.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, well done everyone.
Next week, you say?
100%.
I think Mark, you check his server. I think Mark's next week. I'm not sure when our next one is,
Yeah.
but Steve will keep us posted. Thanks very much, guys. Oh, someone's really zooming past there. Thanks very much, Dave, and thanks very much, guys. Lovely flight. And come and join us, those at home. We need more. I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.
James. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
I'll say goodnight, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Dave, for doing this.
That's right, cheers.
Excellent flight.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching in Discord as well. Thank you.
Pleasure.
one.